Hi, I'm Dean.
And I'm Danielle, and we are
Student Budget Tubers. In this video, we're just going to be sharing our top student budgeting tips.
My ultimate budgeting tip is taking advantage of freebies on campus. This can range from free food to free events. I think this is the most cost-effective tip because you don't spend any money at all. The Welcome to Halls pizza parties are a perfect example of this. My flatmates and I attended the one at Metalworks at the beginning of the semester, and dinner was covered. I also attended a couple of events hosted by the Guild, such as Big Quiz Night, which was only £1 per person or £5 for a group of 5 people. Campus also has a lot of free activities from time to time. Examples of this are dart football and a carousel later in term. UoB Extra is also a great example of free events that you can do with your friends. If you're looking for more free upcoming events, check out the What's On page or the Guild website. My next tip is cooking your food at home and packing your lunch for the day. Groceries for an entire week worth of meals are definitely less expensive than you buying delivery for the week. You can meal prep for the week by cooking simple dishes that are both affordable and delicious. My go-tos are pasta and chicken and potatoes. I usually store pasta sauce that I've prepped in a bunch of reusable containers. You can also reuse takeout containers to store your prepped food. You'd be doing the environment a favor. I also recommend seasoning and marinating your chicken ahead of time because it not only helps with enhancing the flavor, but it saves you a lot of effort as well. Don't worry if you're not confident in your cooking skills because UoB is here to help. Their Banging Budget-Friendly Meal series on Instagram Reels has tons of recipes you can choose from. Meal prepping also means that it's easier for you to take a packed lunch to campus the next day. Again, you're saving money because there's no need to buy food in between lectures, and you get to show off your latest creation to your friends. My last tip is to set yourself a budget and track your spending. I use an app that my mom recommended to me called My Wallet. It allows you to add your income and your spending, each with categories that you can even customize. After opening the app, click on settings and then go to income categories. I add a new category that I title my monthly budget and pick a color and icon for it. At the beginning of each month, I add in the amount for my monthly budget. And if, for example, I were logging in the £5 on snacks that I spent the other day, I would go to add expenses, type in the amount spent, and then select the category food. You can also put in notes to tell you exactly what you purchased, or just put a general description. As you continue to log in your income and spending, the app generates a graph that tells you what you spend the most money on. For example, in June of this year, my top spending categories were food and entertainment. Now I'll pass the mic to Dean for the rest of your tips.
Thank you so much for your tips, Danielle. Now on to mine. Mine are all based around shopping smarter. So my first tip is to do one big weekly shop. This helps you get into the habit of planning your meals and snacks for the week and therefore helps you reduce overspending. My second tip is to buy in bulk if you can. It's usually a bit cheaper as long as the items don't go off before you can actually use them. You can also share the cost of essential ingredients and household items with your housemates through Splitwise, for example. Me and my housemates have a whole cupboard full of communal ingredients. My third tip is to sign up for a points card. You'll usually have one or two go-to shops, so for me that's Tesco's and Sainsbury's, so it's a really good idea to sign up for one of their points card schemes. These usually offer discounts, which will make your weekly shop a few pounds cheaper, plus you collect points as you spend, allowing you to redeem these for vouchers, saving you money in the long run. Number 4 might be a bit of an obvious one, but it's to look for student discounts. So schemes like Uni Days and Student Beans offer a wide variety of discounts on basically every brand you can imagine. But also don't be afraid to ask for student discounts when you get to the till. Some shops might not actively advertise their student discounts, but will still usually give you about 10% off. All you need for this is obviously just your regular student ID. My fifth and final tip is to buy secondhand. Many items it just makes sense to buy brand new, but not all of them. Secondhand books, for example, are way cheaper. Just make sure it's the right edition if you're buying a book for your course. Sites like Abe Books or World of Books are really amazing online secondhand booksellers. Also, apps like Vinted, Depop and Etsy allow you to buy secondhand clothes, often for way cheaper than they would be brand new. I bought this vintage tuxedo from the 60s for £40 on eBay. Plus, buying secondhand is more sustainable, so not only is it good for your wallet, but it's good for the planet as well.
We hope you found these budgeting tips useful. Let us know what yours are in the comments down below.